Daniel from Fort Worth has a question about flooring.
Well, he wants to know why the wood floor in his 100-year-old home suddenly went bad, Tom.
Huh?
Okay, he says, I have a 100-year-old house, and it's pier and beam, and my floor, well, he says, I attempted to sand it and reseal it, and it started drying up on me really bad over the next year, and now I have to replace it. He wants to know, what do you suggest as far as insulating it, a new flooring, and what should I do with the dirt underneath the house so far as pulling something on top of it to protect my new floor from moisture? What's your advice, Tom?
A couple of things he said. He sanded it. He resealed it.
Aha.
I will tell you it was probably resealed with a polyurethane type product. I had a home was over 100 years old. You wax the floors. You don't urethane them. That's why they lasted 100 years. I think it's purely user problem. You know, it's like in a computer. You're only as good as the guy that runs it. And I think he chose the wrong product. So what I would tell him now is use a wax on the finish, just like they did in the old days, and go ahead and have a new wood floor put in, but stay away from the urethanes.
It's because that's keeping the moisture from traveling through?
Yes, what happens is this top gets real hard and it'll start to cup and buckle and stuff. Underneath, it's the old floor that expands and contracts and expands, and it's wonderful. If the whole floor did it like for 100 years because they had a wax finish, that was fine. But right now, the top is doing all kinds of weird crickly things because it can't move, and the bottom is trying to be happy.
Am I getting this right?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, if we're gonna do this, we do it if we were on the camera anyway.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Well, we are on a camera. It's just two different cameras. Right. But anyway, all right. So just let's set the Wayback Machine for a year and a half ago before he did this. What would have been your advice for sanding and refinishing that floor?
Sand it, seal it. Stain it if you want to color it. That one is a dark color, so you obviously wanted a dark color. And then use a wax on it, not a polyurethane.
Okay. So just in case somebody else has a 100-year-old home, I don't want them going down the same road.
And I have a feeling he used a stain/urethane all in one application because it sounded great. Those are the worst things you can use on a door, on a floor. Stay away from that all size, one fits everything. It's like when you buy a Houston Astros hat. You don't buy one with Velcro on the back, do you?
Only a piker buys that hat. That's exactly right. You buy a fitted hat.
That's right.
And by the way, opening day came and went.
It'll come back.
All right, and we will. But just like baseball will be back, we'll be back too with answers to your questions. If you send them to us, visit HomeShowRadio.com and click on that Ask Tom button, send it in, and we'll answer it just like this. Tom at his house, me over here at my place, and you watching at home. It's easy. Go ahead and send it to us, and we'll answer. Check our YouTube channel, by the way. If you haven't subscribed, click the bell too, because then you'll be notified when we post a new one.